Do you struggle with controlling your emotions and find yourself reacting impulsively to various situations? We will explore the transformative power of non-reaction and how the best reaction is often no reaction at all. Keep watching and you'll find out how to use that power in your daily life. Calmness is the greatest heritage and power one can possess. Consider for a moment the chaos that often engulfs our lives, the constant barrage of external stimuli, the unpredictable nature of events, and the emotional roller coaster that accompanies it all. It's in the midst of this whirlwind that the power of calmness emerges as a beacon of strength. Calmness is not a passive state, it's an active choice to remain composed, regardless of the storms that life may throw our way. It is the ability to navigate challenges with a clear mind, untainted by impulsive reactions. Picture a serene lake undisturbed by ripples. It reflects the beauty of its surroundings with clarity. Similarly, a calm mind can reflect the true nature of the world without distortion. The concept extends beyond mere emotional control. It's about understanding that the mind, when calm, becomes a powerful problem-solving tool. In the stillness of calmness, we find the space to think, reflect, and respond thoughtfully. It's akin to having a superpower, the capacity to approach any situation with a level-headed demeanor. The heritage of calmness is universal, transcending cultural, geographical, and personal boundaries. It's a timeless wisdom passed down through generations, a legacy that whispers, "In calmness, you will find your strength." This isn't an invitation to escape reality. Rather, it's an acknowledgement that in the face of life's challenges, calmness becomes the anchor, the unshakable foundation upon which one can build resilience. Consider a scenario where instead of reacting impulsively to a provocation, one chooses calmness. In that pause, there's a profound shift. The power dynamics change. It's not about suppressing emotions, but understanding them and choosing a response that aligns with a deeper sense of self. Calmness becomes a force that disarms hostility and fosters understanding. Life, more often than not, tempts us to dwell on the past or anxiously anticipate the future. Yet, the essence of spiritual well-being lies in the ability to resist these temptations and instead anchor oneself in the present. The present moment is not just a fleeting instant. It's a continuous flow of experiences that shape our reality. By living in the here and now, we free ourselves from the burdens of what has been and the uncertainties of what might be. This isn't a call to disregard the past or ignore the future, but to approach them with a mindful awareness that doesn't overshadow the richness of the present. Avoiding reactions extends beyond external events. It encompasses our internal responses to thoughts and emotions. The inclination to react often arises from a desire to control outcomes or shape situations to our liking. However, the spiritual path invites us to relinquish this need for control and instead cultivate a non-reactive stance. Living in the present moment is about recognizing that the past is unchangeable and the future is inherently uncertain. The power lies in how we engage with the present, appreciating each moment as it unfolds. It's in this mindfulness that we find contentment and peace, unburdened by the weight of regrets or the anxiety of what may come. Cultivating stillness in our minds is a fundamental aspect of the spiritual journey. Imagine the mind as a constant stream of thoughts and emotions, a ceaseless flow that often carries us away into a whirlwind of reactions. Cultivating stillness is about learning to stand back from this flow, becoming a witness to the ceaseless chatter without being entangled by it. Stillness is not synonymous with inactivity. It's a state of being fully present while maintaining a calm and composed internal environment. In the chaos of our thoughts, stillness emerges as a sanctuary, offering a place of retreat where we can observe without judgment or attachment. To achieve this stillness, one must develop the skill of understanding thoughts and emotions without immediately reacting to them. It's akin to being an observer on the banks of a river, watching the thoughts flow by without being swept away. By cultivating this inner stillness, we create a space for clarity and self-awareness to blossom. A serene and tranquil mind, much like a still lake, has the ability to reflect the beauty of its surroundings. On the contrary, a turbulent mind distorts the reflections. Cultivating stillness is, in essence, about quieting the turbulence within our minds to allow for a clearer reflection of the world around us. When the mind is still, it becomes a tool for observation rather than a battleground for competing thoughts. Observing thoughts without immediately reacting means letting them come and go without becoming entangled in their narrative. It's a process of non-resistance, allowing the mind to settle naturally. Our minds have a tendency to generate anger, stubbornness, and hurt in response to various stimuli. It is crucial to recognize that these reactions are not inherent to our true nature, but products of the mind's intricate workings. To master the mind, we must navigate beyond these reactive tendencies and discover a serene inner space. In the journey of not reacting, the mastery of the mind becomes the compass. The goal is not to suppress or eliminate thoughts, but to become the master of them, to rise above the mind's inclination to react impulsively. When the mind is under control, anger dissipates, stubbornness fades, and hurt loses its grip. The enlightened state, often described as eternal peace, is the outcome of mastering the mind. It is the ability to navigate life's challenges without being swayed by emotional turbulence. Peace becomes the essence of consciousness, untethered from the conditions and fluctuations of external circumstances. Recognizing that it's the mind that generates these reactions is the first step towards mastery. Instead of succumbing to the whims of the mind, one learns to guide it towards passivity and serenity. In this state, the mind becomes a tool at our disposal, responding to life's events with clarity rather than emotional turbulence. The human mind often seeks a sense of control as a means of navigating the complexities of life. However, the irony lies in the realization that the more we grasp for control, the more elusive it becomes. Letting go of control is about relinquishing the tight grip of the mind's desire to dictate outcomes and embracing a more flexible and open-handed approach to life. The inclination to control often stems from a fear of the unknown or a need for certainty. The mind, in its attempt to secure a sense of stability, engages in constant strategizing, planning, and attempting to manipulate external circumstances. Letting go of control does not imply a passive resignation, but rather an active surrender, a recognition that some aspects of life are beyond our influence. The journey of not reacting is intricately tied to letting go of control because reactions often emerge from an attempt to assert control over situations or manipulate outcomes. By releasing the need for control, we free ourselves from the shackles of incessant mental activity that seeks to regulate every aspect of our lives. Letting go is not a sign of weakness, but a demonstration of strength. It is an acknowledgement that life is inherently unpredictable, and attempting to control it is like trying to grasp a handful of water. The tighter the grip, the more slips through. By embracing the fluidity of existence, we open ourselves to a more harmonious and less tumultuous experience. The practice of not reacting aligns seamlessly with letting go of control because it involves a deliberate choice to allow events to unfold without the immediate interference of the mind's attempt to manage them. It's about recognizing that not every situation requires our orchestrated intervention, and that sometimes the best course of action is non-action. If you're still watching, I'd like to thank you for your attention. If you enjoyed the content and want to see more, please consider clicking the subscribe button. Your support is very appreciated. Feel free to share your experiences or thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, take care and stay tuned for more insightful content.